All right. Well, hi, Esther. It's so nice to have you on for our Filmmaker Spotlight interview today. My name is Colin, and I'm a content creator and a 2023 alumni from the All American High School Film Festival. And we're super happy that you're joining us for this call today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. All right. So let's just jump right into things. Could you just tell us a little bit about yourself, like where you come from, like which high school did you go to, and then what got you into filmmaking?
Okay, so I'm currently a senior at University High School in Irvine, and I've been making films since like beginning of my sophomore year. That's when I actually got started. But then when I first realized I wanted to do film was like back in COVID. That's when I really started getting into like cinema, movies, and made me want to make it myself.
Totally. I think COVID was like the ultimate time for
Mm-hmm.
filmmakers. So that was like my time to flourish as well, which is super cool. Yeah. So I guess we're gonna do a little exercise now where I want to learn a bit about your film. So we're gonna do an
Mm-hmm.
elevator pitch, and I'm gonna start a 60-second timer, and I want you to tell me the log line and just kind of a quick rundown of all about your film.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Whenever you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Three, two, one, and go.
Okay, so my film is called Unmatched. It's like 3 minutes long, and the logline is about this little girl growing up and then realizing that something's like wrong with her internally. About it's about like exploring your identity, but ultimately knowing that something's off since you were little. But at the end, you finally know what it is, and that's like the ending of the film.
Wow, super cool. So I want to hear more about this film. So tell me like where did that story come from? Like what inspired you to write and create the film?
So it came from me asking a question like, do people know when they're weird? And I know it's like a really weird question to ask, but I wanted to like I always thought I was like weird, but like do people know that I'm weird? And I think it's just like something that goes in internally, and I wanted to show that by having that thought in a little kid. And then the older girl's narrating the story throughout her like childhood, and then she's asking all these questions like why am I this way, and then the identity that comes at the end is like the conclusion, but it's in the film is the death. So it's like the end for her, but I wanted to show that in like a shocking way because I think having that like thought that you're like weird, you're like different is so like is so big, and like when you're little you don't know what exactly it is. It's just such like weird feeling, and that's how I felt. But I think once I started doing film, I was able to like express that through my films, through like the stories I make. So I kind of wanted to one of my first film to be something related to that, and that's my very first film I made. So yeah.
Wow, that's super cool. So congratulations that your first film ever has gotten into our festival. That's super
Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that's super interesting. Can you, when you have people watch your film, like what kind of feeling or like thoughts do you want to invoke in the viewers when they're watching it?
Okay, when they like watch it, I want them to go back and be like, oh, what did that director like go through to make the story, or like what does she like, what inspired her? I want the question to relate back to whoever wrote it, whoever directed it, because all my films is ultimately about me, I feel like, and I want that thought to go inside the audience brain the same way as I did, just questioning like who that person is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool. So, do you have, besides your own, personal inspirations, do you have any like filmmakers or certain films that inspired the look or the feeling of your movie?
The look, I think like ultimately when I first like came up with it was like Pearl, the movie Pearl when she was like covered in blood. Yeah. But right now my like favorite director is Sean Baker, and I'll try to base all my films off Sean Baker. I just love his film so much.
No, he's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my new favorite for sure. Wow, that's super cool. So, do you have any like cool stories from, because this is your first film you ever made? Do you have any like cool stories of like the entire process from pre to post production?
Yes. So all we had was a girl with passion and a friend with unlimited passion. So I was like, I want to set like the whole thing. So I don't want this to be shot in either my house or her house. So we went into an empty house. We asked a bunch of people around. We got an empty house. And then we set like the whole kitchen and the room. So there was nothing in the kitchen, nothing in the room. We had to bring everything in, and then we had to set like the whole like room, the house to shoot this.
Wow,
Yeah.
cool. Nice. All right. I want to ask kind of a more like deeper philosophical question about just your approach. So, how do you think that how do you think that films can explore one's personal identity, and how can that kind of be an outlet for you?
Um, I feel like it's a way to like express the thoughts inside your head that you can never share with anyone else through film, because I feel like there's no correct answer to like what a film should be about, or like a storyline. I guess there's like a storyline you could follow so that it's good, but it could literally be anything. And as long as it touches the audience like feeling, I feel like that's all that matters. So what I think is like when you write a stories about yourself, what you're really passionate about, when you want to tell the world, I think like that's the best you can do. And that's what I've been doing and what I would continue to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. I totally agree. I feel like every filmmaker leaves their own thumbprint and their own
Hmm.
personality in the work they do. So it's a super cool and insightful perspective. I have one last question for you.
Hmm.
So for those who are attending the festival this October, and for those watching, why would you tell them to go see your film when they're at the festival?
They should go see my film because I feel like it could be an opening like spark to them that being weird isn't always the wrong answer. And like in the story the girl ends up like dying, and that's like what that weirdness inside of her was. But like metaphorically, I feel like just being weird, like it could mean a lot of different things, not just bad. So yeah, just go watch, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Well, Esther, thank you so much for jumping on this call with me today.
Hmm.
And for those watching, you can go watch Unmatched on Saturday. It's screening number 40 in Theater 17 at the AMC Empires Theater in Times Square, New York City. Thank you so much.
Thank you.